Happy Monday, Sooner Nation. Welcome back to Sooner Surge Double Trouble here again with the great, not you, Jay, not the great Jay, but
Oh, wow.
the great Sooner Surge viewers already dropping the chats. Nice fumble. Kelsey Taylor should be impressed with that. Yeah, she's not at the game tonight, Jay.
Nope, didn't make it, I guess. So
See if the Chiefs can keep the streak without her.
see if they
Without her
can
there, I
shake
don't
it
know
off.
about that.
See if they can shake it off.
Hey, we got to stop this. Hey, I'm done with the stop talking birds on here. First off, it's Eagles, not birds. I mean, the birds, you could be talking about the Cardinals too.
It kind of makes it sound not as impressive, too. A bird
I
compared
agree.
to an
Bird
eagle.
is weak sauce, dude. That's
Eagle's
wuss.
way tougher.
What up, Brian? What up, Jackson? What up, Sooner fan? What up, Dow Pois? We got some great trivia tonight, and we got a little challenge from you guys tonight. We'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah, you had the presser today, man. Presser today.
BB's presser.
Weird being on a Monday, but Venable sounds pretty ticked to the linebackers. I mean, I watched his coach's show at Rudy's tonight. Multiple times he said one position group. Dude, he is not happy with the linebacking core at all.
He is not happy at all. Now, he didn't specifically call anyone out. He just named out that group. Good evening, Ron.
Hey, Ron. He called out the linebacker core.
Yeah, I'm saying as a group. Yes, a falcon is a bird. It's a much better bird than just saying birds because I guess go birds would be falcons.
How many bird teams are in the NFL?
Falcons, Eagles, Cardinals.
Ravens.
Quote the Raven Nevermore. Great poem by
Kimberly.
Edgar Allan Poe. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Ron again. Good evening. Appreciate everyone being on here. We're already rocking and rolling with the Sooner Surge. Double trouble. We got 44 minutes left, and we're going to talk a lot about this game coming up on Friday. It's so weird to say, Jay, but I thought Caden Green, if you have not watched the Caden Green post-practice interview, I thought just for a true fresh, guys, he is going to be unbelievable on and off the field.
And hey, Mike, how are you? And Venable said tonight on his coach's show, he was talking about Green and just how impressed he is with him. I mean, as a freshman and what he's been able to do so far this year. Between him and Sexton, man, that's a great two guys. Jeremy, I want to get your thoughts on what BB said about Gabriel and Farouk. What are your thoughts on your opinion on if specifically Gabriel, if he's going to play on Friday?
Here's what I would say, viewers, and look, Jay, you don't like it when I say this. As an English teacher, you hate it when I lead with that, but I'm big into language, and I just take what BV said the way it said, very literally, right? When he says he feels good about them playing if they progress the way they're progressing. He left it open. It was very vague, I thought, which is expected. He's got all the right to be vague in general. And if I'm the head coach, I would probably be vague in general if I'm trying to prevent TCU from maybe prepping a certain way. So honestly, I think Jalil Farouk is a guy that probably is going to play. I don't really know what the injury was to him. And then Gabriel, I'm leaning that he's not playing. My personal opinion.
Yeah, and he was asked again about it tonight at the Rudy's. Toby Rowland said, "You said early on your presser that, if everything's progressive, looking good for DG, you still feel the way." And he answered very clearly, "Yep, still do." And that was it.
Hey,
Nothing.
Jay is right. If anyone watched the game, we know what his was. It's a head injury. It bounced off the turf, like Jay said. And Tanya,
you're the best, Tanya.
Tanya's amazing. I tell you what. One of the most faithful Sooner Surge followers is Tanya Shipman, and
Tanya's
appreciate
awesome.
that super.
Thanks.
That super there, super sticker. Thank you. But hey, what Jay said is right. We saw the replay. If you're wondering what the injury was, his head bounced against the turf, and that's hard to watch because he's got a small history of concussions.
Yeah, I think this would be his third one. So I don't know. I don't think we're going to know anything till Friday game time. Do you?
No, and honestly, this is a good point from Brian. Yeah, I like leaving Green at guard. I do.
Next year?
Yes.
You don't think moving him to left tackle?
I mean, maybe, but I like what he's doing now, and he's been great. He's a beast inside, as Brian says.
Yeah.
So,
hey, BB was also he really kind of backed and really backed the defensive line group and said that it really wasn't their fault. It was more the linebackers. And kind of, and I understand that in a way because the linebackers did not fit very well, but I don't know. I think he is so into the defense. Even he says that, on the plane back, he's frustrated with what's going on with the linebacker core. And I think he's kind of like, we're 11 games in the season. This should not be happening.
no, and I mean, we'll get to that in a second. There's more on some DG stuff. Blake, first off, Blake from Utah, thanks for being a Sooner Surge Unlimited member. Appreciate it. Hey, if he doesn't practice all week, I think it's not going to matter. If he's if he's 100%, he plays. I just don't know that he's going to be 100% now. I said this earlier, Jane. I don't know if I'll get lambasted for this, but if he's somewhat okay and maybe he's 80%, I could see them as senior day, trotting him out there, getting a standing O, handing the ball off, and then getting a standing O, coming off the field and giving it to Jackson Arnold. The rest of that,
that's what
I think that would be something good to do for DG because he's deserving of that. Someone asked about our dad. It was Mike. Mike, thanks for asking about our dad. He's still in the ICU, still having some speech issues, but keep praying for him. The CT scans are not getting worse, so that's good. And he's progressing a little bit. So as far as doing better. So thank you guys for your prayers. Appreciate it. Yeah, Jay, what do you think on DG?
It's tough. I think if it's a concussion issue, I don't know many people with concussions in the recent history of football coming back on a short week. But I don't know the injury, so I can't say that. So thanks, Craig, for that. Appreciate it. And what kind of protocol must DG pass? They asked. Do you know how it works? Listen, it's a pretty in-depth concussion protocol. The big thing is, if it's a concussion, nobody knows. Nobody knows. That's what was funny is they said upper body, so I don't know if anybody really knows. It looked like a concussion on the way he hit the ground. But
hey, appreciate the prayers, Tanya. You as well. I mean, we trust God. God's in control, and appreciate you guys praying. Yeah, and Jay, it is the concussion. Someone said it on here. You don't mess around with that. And like Hunter just filled us in, you can find it on the NCAA's website, and maybe Hunter can drop the link in here.
But nobody knows if he's going to play. Nobody knows.
Shout out to Hunter in the back room, getting this stuff.
Back door? Is he right behind you?
No, he's not.
Okay.
I'm mixing my words up here. Hey, but you can't mess around with it, and there are probably some. If he doesn't meet baseline numbers, and if there's monitoring, then obviously, I don't know that they're going to play him.
But Jeremy,
could you hand the ball off like I said on senior day? Absolutely, and get him out of the game and get a standing O. That
here's
would be
the deal. And
kudos to do that if you do.
Brian's right, and we're not saying this either. Nobody has said it's a concussion yet. That's nobody has said that. So I think that's all.
So why would you hide it if it is?
What do you mean?
I mean, upper body is what was reported on ESPN in parentheses. But why is it not mentioned that he's in protocol? Or why is concussion not being mentioned at all?
Jeremy, they are very close to the vest on injuries.
I agree. We don't even know Farouk's injury.
Yeah.
Staff doesn't report injuries well or at all.
Gentry apparently is practicing. He's practicing is what BV said today. So now I don't know about Major.
Yeah. Majors is a shoulder injury, and I think Majors is also, I'm going to call it, what's the term, Jay? Anal glaucoma. Just don't see his butt playing anymore.
Wow. Okay, that's a good one, Jeremy. Hey.
Anal glaucoma. I don't see his butt playing anymore.
Hey, I will say this. If you remember right, let's just go back last year. Do you remember the Texas game? Everybody thought he might play. He even did warm-ups, didn't play. Oh, you talked like he was going to play that week. Do you remember?
I do remember. And Heather says, yeah, that it was Heather. I don't think they would say it was a concussion because they're too close to the vest. It's weird.
It's not. They're just doing what they need to do. They're not going to go into detail, I don't think.
And I do think, as someone said, it is to keep TCU, Ray Gun Gaming. Appreciate you being on here. I think it's to keep TCU from prepping. Obviously, they're two different. They're a little bit different. And then if they're down to Arnold, they're probably not going to run Arnold a lot. My opinion.
What about
we
this?
got to talk about Guyton.
Let's talk about Guyton.
So BV in the presser today, guys. BV's word, and again, I'm going to go back to the language that was used, was Tyler Guyton was available last week against BYU, but they felt like Sexton, the way he was playing, they're going to leave him in there. Now, I think that is Tyler Guyton is available, but not really 100%. That's what I would say. Put your marbles in there. Put all your cards in that belief. Now, I know Jay has maybe a different opinion on this, but that's what I would say to be safe is they just didn't want to play Guyton. Now, Sexton played great. Jackson mentions Guyton going to NFL. I know Jay also has mentioned that maybe he's going to be opting out here at the end of the year. I don't know.
I'm not going to put words and say opting out, but I do think he's probably going to go NFL. So if he's injured or banged up a little bit, they may say, hey, Sexton's playing good. Let's roll with it. I don't know. I do know that Mel Kiper, last I looked, had him number 19 pick in the draft. Mel Kiper's pretty good. And that's before testing out. Guyton's going to test like a monster. He's going to test out awesome. I can see him being close to the top 10, Jeremy.
Now, Heather mentions playing in both. I like that idea. If DG's not 100%, you go Arnold. I mean, it's about the future now. And I appreciate what DG has done. I really do, honestly. I 100% wholeheartedly do. At this point, you got to think about the future. You still got to reward DG some, but playing them both is a great thing to do.
Yeah, and I got a few things I'm going to get to that's different than the presser. One is on Twitter today. If I don't know if y'all have Twitter or not, but Josh Pate, big college football guy, was talking about Texas A&M and how it's a better job than OU. Thoughts on that, guys? Jeremy, what is your thought on that?
You know my thought. I don't think now. 5 years ago, A&M maybe I would have said is better. I don't know. I think they're very similar, but I would say OU's a little bit better of a program.
In what way? Tradition? Winning?
Yes, it is winning and tradition. Now, A&M's got some things that's going for them, and they definitely have tradition.
A lot of
Jackson
money.
says, I mean, yeah, the writing the check is more money, obviously.
So what makes
you base a better program on more money? Because I don't base a better program on money.
Can you win with more money?
Obviously, they don't.
Should you be able to win with more money in this day and age?
I don't know, dude. I don't really know on that because they've got the money and they've paid it out and they haven't won. I think sometimes when people get paid like Jimbo did, what is the incentive?
I agree with that, and I mean,
you kind of get complacent. You're going to get $76 million.
And I would say recently,
their stadium needs to be renovated. Their stadium needs to be renovated.
Hey, and I don't know.
Unless it has been.
I'd like to know the stats on this, but let's just go back to maybe 2000. Who's had more draft picks in the NFL, A&M or OU?
I would say OU has.
You think more than A&M?
Yes, I do think, and they haven't won a championship, as Mike says, since 1939.
Yeah, I just thought it was interesting. He's getting blasted on Twitter for it. OU fans just came after him.
It is a good game tonight. I wouldn't want no business with the midnight yell. Yeah, I mean that is it true.
Cool. They don't have cheerleaders, correct?
Yeah, they do, don't they?
No, I think it's only male cheerleaders, right? The yell
still
team.
Called a cheerleader. They're leading cheers, Jay. It's a cheerleader. Why are you saying a cheerleader is a girl? That's not true.
No, I mean like a
cheerleaders, leaders of cheers. They got tons of cheerleaders.
Never mind. Okay.
Let's get to the first trivia question. And before we do, my sister and brother-in-law had a good idea. And Hunter's going to start it tonight, maybe. Where Hunter's going to try to stump us on a play. Jay and I used to be elite on player jersey numbers, okay? I mean, plus we're twins. We can kind of read each other's minds. But that's what people used to say. And Brian, yeah, I see what you said. I don't know if I'll post that on there, but that's very funny. Listen, but Jay, which question are we going to start with tonight?
I'm going to start with a question about you to see if the viewers can get.
Why?
I'm just going to go with
How
that.
would the viewers know about me? Ask
All right.
it.
All right. I'll ask it. Okay. We do actually feel
Actually,
each other's
I
pain.
had hernia surgery once. Listen, I got put under for hernia surgery, Sooner fan, and Jay was sleeping in the waiting room. When I went under, he was done.
I was tired.
It was 4:30 in the morning. Maybe that's why.
Jeremy,
That's the story we tell.
Okay. Question, guys. Every night, Jeremy, when he gets off this live, every night before bed, he eats a bowl of cereal. Question is, what kind of cereal does he eat 365 before bed? 365. Who's going to get it?
There's actually 3 or 4 I eat, Jay, but there is my one go-to.
That's what I'm saying.
Heather probably going to get it.
No, Heather can't pick. She's related, man.
Oh, wow. Okay, we got to check.
Oh, wow.
Down Polis, I'm worried. Hey, Kimberly, I do like Captain Crunch. Hey, guys, Kimberly, did you know that spelling of Captain Crunch? Jimmy said it too. It's actually not Captain Crunch, guys. I learned this 2 years ago.
It's Captain.
It's Cap'n Crunch. It's not Captain.
I call it Captain Crunch.
It's Cap'n Crunch. I just blew some of y'all's minds away. Heather.
So, Dalpo's got it.
Hey, guys, Heather Walters right there. She's actually, we're all the same age for a week. People used to think we were triplets. That's our sister. People used to think we were triplets.
Jeremy, Dalpo's got it again.
For a week. What?
Dalpo's got it.
I don't know how they knew I had Fruity Pebbles, but Fruity Pebbles is my go-to.
Wow, Fruity Pebbles, that's crazy.
Mike's got it right there, Cap'n Crunch. And I only do the peanut butter Cap'n Crunch.
Dalpo's Googled it, Jeremy.
He Googled it. That is great.
You're famous. They found it on.
Maybe he checked ChatGPT.
Hey, moving on though. Listen, what about this? We've had. This,
I do call it Fruity Pebs. Had nice.
Hey, we've had this argument, I would say, over the last 2 days, and I would love our Senior Surge viewers to comment on this. Heather, all y'all comment on this. If Florida State runs the table, Jordan Travis is gone for the year. If it was announced today, if they run the table and they're undefeated, should they get in over a one-loss Texas team?
Yes.
I say yes.
They're undefeated.
I know, but me and Hunter had this argument. He says no way.
It'd be Hunter and I.
Okay, shut up.
Hey, and they're all saying.
See, they're undefeated.
They're undefeated in the ACC, and they would have beaten Louisville, who's highly ranked, North Carolina, Clemson, LSU.
I agree.
Their resume's better than Texas still.
There you go, Hunter. Read it and weep, dude. Read it and weep.
Did you ask that question to just highlight the fact that now I do think they're going to lose without Jordan
I think
Travis.
They'll lose to Louisville too.
And by the way, that injury was awful.
Hey, listen to this.
I don't care if Texas killed Bama.
Hey,
they lost the game.
Jeremy, if there's no way OU can make the Big 12 championship after they win on Friday, okay, let's say
you got to root for Texas.
Okay, listen. Do you root for Texas to win the Big 12? I do, because you could have OU Bama New Year's Six Bowl.
Yeah, you got to root for Texas. And Heather's answer is right on. It's yes. Florida State would deserve to be in the playoff, and they should go, but I would take Texas over them.
Texas would beat them. 100% agree. Texas would beat them. Jeremy went black all of a sudden. I don't know what happened. You got so mad your phone fell. Okay, does anybody really think Georgia's going to lose to Bama? I don't see it happening. I don't see Georgia losing to Alabama. Yeah, so here's what I'm thinking is going to happen. Wait, Sooner fans wants to say something here. I hate the eye test. Okay, that's difficult. I do hate the eye test argument when you're comparing teams that are 0-1 loss. But I do like the eye test argument at the end of the year when you're seeing who's playing the best ball. I mean, there's been plenty of times where a team has lost early and they don't get that chance, but you can tell they're playing better than teams that are getting in. So I don't see Georgia losing either. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think you're going to have Georgia as the 1 seed. I think you're going to have Ohio State beat Michigan. They're going to be the 2 seed. I know Michigan's playing unbelievable right now, but I think Ohio State's been gunning for this game. I think Ryan Day knows he's got to beat them. They have to win. So I think those top 2 seeds. I'm 3 seed. I'm going with, I think Oregon beats Washington. So I think Oregon gets in there, but I think Texas is the actual 3 seed. I think Texas gets in, and I think that Louisville beats Florida State. So my 4 playoff teams, if I had to pick right now, are Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, and Texas. Thoughts? What are your thoughts, guys? What are you thinking on your top 4 for the playoff? Craig says Ohio State looks amazing. Yeah, they look really good. And listen, they've struggled mightily with Michigan, guys. Mightily. But I think this is the year they get them, even though it's in Ann Arbor. Yep, agree with that, Jay. I think Oregon rolls Washington. I don't think it'll be close. Believe and be saved agrees. And if that's the case, there's a high chance that you can get OU Bama in a New Year's Six game, because I don't think they're going to try to do OU Tulane. OU plays Tulane next year. So I don't see that happening. Let's see. No, I do not put Louisville ahead of Texas. I think a 1-loss Louisville doesn't compare. They're not even a big name. I think that's going to hurt them too. OU Bama, I believe, would be Cotton Bowl if that happens. Craig's got Georgia, Texas, Florida State, and Bama. So he thinks Florida State's going to win. Hunter, who you got on the top 4? OU Bama would be the Cotton Bowl. You're back. What happened?
I had a call.
Jeremy,
hey, yeah.
Pick it right now. Who's going to be in the top 4 teams in the playoff? Who's it going to be?
Right.
I just picked mine.
I'm going to go Michigan. Man, I think Bama, man. I'm going to go Michigan, Georgia, Oregon. Michigan, Georgia, Oregon. Man, I don't know who the 4th one is up in the air right now. I don't think Florida State wins out. Michigan, Georgia, Oregon, and I can't pick Texas. So
why? Why can't you pick Texas?
I don't think they're going to win out.
You don't think they'll win the Big 12 title game over OSU?
I can't pick Texas right now.
You don't think they're going to beat OSU in the Big 12 title game?
No.
Oh, my word. You are kidding yourself.
Hey, what about this one,
You
Jay?
are unbelievable. You only doing that because you're an OU fan, period.
Jay.
Jeremy, if that was OU running the table, you'd be saying they're on fire.
Jay, they should have lost to Houston.
Jeremy, you can't say that. Georgia, I mean, that's stupid.
You said it earlier. Texas should have lost to Houston this year.
Okay, they didn't lose, Jeremy.
Oh, okay.
I cannot believe you would pick OSU over Texas, Jeremy.
Jay, did OSU beat OU?
Yeah, and you laughed and said, "How did that happen?"
Texas?
Jeremy, don't do this store comparison.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
It's unreal. I can't even believe you right now. Hey, your phone went off. Your phone went off, and you came back as a even more of a homer.
Hey, Brian's calling me a homer.
What did I say to you, Hunter?
You talked about Texas almost lost to Houston.
Oh, okay, but Jeremy, they're going to be in the playoff if they win out, because I don't think Florida State's beating Louisville.
I agree they'll be in the playoff if they win out. That wasn't the question. I don't think they're winning out.
I think they're winning out. I never said
I think Brett Yormark might sabotage the game against Tech.
Doesn't matter.
And by the way, can we talk about the worst excuse for any team in any kind of major conference championship game?
What do you mean?
The worst excuse ever known to man for a team that's going to be playing in a major conference championship game.
Iowa Hawkeyes. Yeah, it's bad.
They're in the Big Ten title game.
They beat Iowa State.
They're atrocious.
Let me throw this scenario at you. Ohio State beats Michigan but loses to Iowa in the Big Ten championship game, are they out?
It depends on what happens ahead of them, I think.
Ahead of them or behind them?
Both.
If Ohio State loses to Iowa, you just said an awful team.
Hey,
are they out?
I'm not in denial about Texas.
Yeah, you are. You are. You've been in
denial. No, I'm not, Jay.
Jeremy, ever since OU needed things to happen to make the Big 12 title game, all you do is you call and text me and say, I can't believe Texas won. Oh,
timeout. Last
Don't
week.
Don't call a timeout. Why are you calling timeout?
Listen,
are you playing the game?
Last week, I picked OSU to lose to Houston. I said that's the bigger chance of an upset. I said Texas would beat Iowa State. You got on this program every single night and said Iowa State is going to beat Texas. That was you, not me. Homer. Thank you. Anyway.
Who won that game, Jeremy?
It's the pot calling the kettle black, Jay. Go look up the adage.
Who won the game? Who won the game?
Texas, like I said they would.
And so now, after watching them win, I'm like, yeah, they're the real deal, dude. I think they're going to win out. Sorry.
Eric, welcome to the Sooner Surge Double Trouble. And you're absolutely right. But here's what the question would be. If Bama beats Georgia, Georgia's strength of schedule is horrific. I don't think they get in over Oregon or Texas or Bama. It'd be Bama, Texas, Ohio State, and Oregon. Oregon would go over a one-loss Georgia.
Yeah, I don't think SEC gets 2 this year, unless things happen behind them.
And Blake, not just because you're a Sooner Surge Unlimited member, Blake, because you're also just exactly correct on this. BYU beats OSU, Jay, and then OU, Jay. You said Texas is winning out.
If they, I think
you just said it. What if they play OU, Jay?
I'm picking Texas that they play OU.
Oh, please.
As of now, hey, listen, Ray.
Okay, if Texas plays OU, you're going to pick Texas on this show.
Yeah, they're not playing OU, so
you guys heard it here first.
Get it out of your head,
He's going to pick Texas on the
Get it out of your head. They're not playing. Hey, Ray, if Louisville beats Florida State and they jump Texas, give me some dare to do, because I'll do it. There's no way on God's green earth that's happening. That they're going to jump Texas. No way.
Who?
Louisville. No shot.
No shot at jumping Texas.
0.
I agree. And I don't think Florida State's going to beat them either, Blake. I definitely don't think they're going to beat them. BYU has never beaten OSU. It's the reverse of OU. They will beat them this year. I hope the power option's working. I hope the quarterback looks as good as he did last year.
Hey, Jeremy, did you watch Texas Iowa State?
They are setting Georgia up. They are setting Georgia up for that.
Jeremy, did you watch Texas Iowa State?
Yes.
How about that Texas defense? Pretty good?
They looked really good.
They've been pretty good the second half of the year. Really good.
Ollie Gordon's pretty good.
They will not run anything against Texas in that front.
Dude, I'm still not putting it past Brett Yormark for something happening against Tech.
They ran the ball way too much.
They could have thrown to their 8 tight ends all game.
That's the weakness of Texas. I agree.
Hey, question. Do they have 5 down linemen, or is it 3 tight ends and 2 linemen?
I don't know. It's bad.
I was kidding, Jay. I was kidding. Why you thought about it was
I don't know if Heather's still on here, if anybody's Ohio State fans, but could this happen if Ohio State loses to Michigan? Could Ryan Day be fired? Any shot?
No chance.
Any shot.
He might leave. He's not going to be fired.
Dude, they want him to beat Michigan. It's not happened in the long. I mean, he struggled.
Jay, look at Uncle Charlie here. It says, now Florida State and Washington both go undefeated. They're both in. It'd be Florida State, Washington, the SEC winner, and
Big Ten.
Big Ten, Ohio State or Michigan, which means Texas gets left out, even if Bama.
Yeah, if Florida State wins out, Florida State's in.
So Bama would go even if Texas won the Big 12.
See, that's the scenario. This is my opinion, guys. If Bama has 1 loss and wins the SEC, and you got Texas with 1 loss and wins the Big 12, guys, I know what's fair. Texas beat Alabama. There's no way this playoff committee is not putting an SEC team in the playoff. No way. Zero chance. The SEC is getting a team. Mark it down. Texas would get screwed in that.
Michigan should be on probation.
Would Texas get screwed in that scenario?
I think so. Hey.
Well, that's true.
Trivia, Jay.
Okay, that's true. That may be the only way an undefeated Florida State gets left out.
I still don't think they're getting left out.
I don't think they should.
Hey, I think so, Clark. I think so. Hey, let me oh wow, you're gonna watch Dion get smoked. Did you okay? I've got to talk about something. Yeah, Drew says no. They're not firing. He may leave on his own, but they're not firing. Hey,
I was just bringing
Dion.
I figured that.
Did you see Dion last week? He was under the weather, and they said, "Is this one of the toughest games you've ever toughest moments?" He said, "Of my life." What? You lost a football game, Dion. Toughest moment of your life.
Hey, and I know that they're 56-6. They've dominated, but Michigan's the thorn in their side. They've struggled. It's kind of like Gary Gibbs with OU Texas.
Jay, they made the playoff last year and almost beat Georgia.
I agree.
They're elite.
Didn't they back into the playoff last year?
I don't know. Whatever you want to say, they had a shot. They actually should have beat Georgia had they not got conservative.
I agree. I just think the Michigan, they got destroyed. That was the only thing. I think they beat Michigan this year. I know all the talk. Go look at McCarthy. He's starting to not play as well now that the cheating scandal came out.
Ray Gunn, I'm still not sold on Milroe yet. Hey, let's get to the trivia, Jay, and then Hunter. I want you. Jay, you ask your question first. This is a great question.
All right, so this is an actual football question, guys. Let's see who can get it first. Let me just word it this way, I guess. Name for me former OU football players that are current broadcasters on major network for football. Okay?
Three of them.
Current broadcasters who used to play for OU. Go. See who can get it. There's three. There's three. I'm looking for three names. Looking for three names,
guys. How quick
guys.
will this happen, Jay? How quick is this?
There's two. Spencer Tillman,
Dvorak. Galpost is close. He's got two of the three.
Boom. Jay Jones with all three.
Troy Aikman.
Troy Aikman, correct. That's it.
Congrats, Jay. Dean Blevins is not on a major network right now, currently. He used to be on CBS, Mike. You are correct.
We do claim Aikman, yes. Henrietta's name.
Hey.
Henrietta's hometown.
Jay, when he went to UCLA, who came in to play for him?
When he transferred to UCLA?
Who was the quarterback?
Wasn't it Holloway?
Jamel Holloway.
Yeah. Yep.
Dalpost knew it. Jamel Holloway. I like Charles Thompson too, dude. I love the wishbone. Jay, let me ask you a question, Jay. We're getting ready to get asked a question, but Jay, do you remember number 45 for the Sooners in the wishbone era was a stud fullback?
45?
I believe he was 45.
Was it Lydell Carr?
Lydell Carr, baby. That's it.
Yeah.
Lydell Carr. Now that will transition us to this, Jay. Guys, it was brought to our attention that someone should be quizzing us. So here's how this is going to work. Hunter's going to ask us any player number from the year 2000 to now. Brian knew Lydell Carr, so did Jimmy. From 2009, they had to have played. It can't be some bench scrub that never got on the field. And then if you guys have questions, you can email us at ousportsroundup@gmail.com or DM us on Twitter. You can see our Twitter handle, and we will be throwing those in the future as well. So more Sooner Surge community involvement here. So let's see what Hunter rolls out here. No Googling because we can't.
What's he going to roll out? A name?
I don't know. A number, I think.
He's probably watching the Eagles right now. That game was tight.
Yeah, he probably doesn't even have one.
What was the score?
Lydell Carr was so good. Lydell Carr was so good. The wishbone was so good.
Yeah, but the wishbone couldn't
obviously
work. Could the wishbone work right now? I don't think it could.
Number 40 in 2001, Jay.
40 in 2001. Oh, my gosh. The year after
the title. Let's talk through this. Don't tell us the answer, guys, in the comments. Let us hash through this. 2000, they won the ship. This would have probably been an end. Now, Jimmy Wilkerson was 45.
That wasn't
right?
in 2001, dude.
No, but Jimmy Wilkerson was 45. 40, you had, it could have been a fullback, but no, Trent Rattery was 47. 40.
I think he's
safety, I don't remember a safety number 40. Punter, maybe. Jeff Ferguson was 83.
No one Hunter, it's a punter.
Ferguson was 83, Jay.
Ferguson was 83. I'm not going to get this one.
I'm thinking it was a punter or kicker. We can't miss.
It could have been a linebacker. It could have been a backup linebacker. 40. It probably is a backup linebacker.
Corey Heineke wasn't 40.
No, he says it's a famous 80. Name.
Jimmy says Reggie Barnes.
I don't think that year. I don't know.
Evans was not.
I'm stumped.
I'm going to be. Hey, give us the initials, Hunter.
Basketball.
Probably a famous basketball player.
TD. Dude, I'm blank on this one, bro. I don't get what he's saying. Basketball TD. Famous basketball player?
No, I think he's saying it's a famous basketball player. Davis, there was
Terrell Davis, be the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, he was famous for Denver Broncos, but he didn't play at OU.
Thomas?
Man, maybe Hunter should be asking the questions.
Could be a Thomas. I don't know.
It is a kicker. I told you it was a kicker.
Yeah, it's probably the backup kicker. I don't know it. I've already said I don't know it.
I guess drop us the answer, Hunter. I'm going to be mad. Drop it in here, Hunter. We're giving.
Oh, Tim Duncan.
How did we not get that, Jay? That's
disappointing. That's disappointing.
That is embarrassing.
Eagles are going to win. Victory formation. By the way, Eagle fans in here, the tush push is an illegal play. I hate it. It is. Don't you think so? Illegal. I cannot believe I didn't get Tim Duncan. That's very annoying, very frustrating. First night, though, I'll get better.
We do suck, Brian. We suck. Couldn't even get Tim Duncan. Awful. The Eagles are going to win the division, which is probably better. You're better off being a wild card.
They have to go to Dallas.
Wild card anyway.
They have to go to Dallas.
Hey, get Hunter off here. Hey, Hunter, you've only been an Eagle fan since Jalen Hurts has been there. You don't even know the song. You have to Google it. You're not a true fan.
Hunter's only been an Eagle fan since Zach Bryan became an Eagle fan.
It was the Bush push because of...
And it was illegal.
Flipping Matt Leinart. Yeah, you know the song from 2 years ago because that's when you started singing it. You're not an actual Eagles fan. I don't like it when people type like this.
NGL?
As an English teacher, I don't like that.
Why?
It's incorrect grammar. Hey, so let Drake Stoops talk to the media today.
Yeah, last game, man. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
Man, that's going to be emotional, guys.
Nickname the Hammer? Is he talking football or basketball?
You had a helicopter bell in basketball.
Hunter does not know. Hunter wasn't even born till like 2000.
Hunter was probably born in 90, right? 95?
2000.
2000. Hey, who was nicknamed the Hammer, Jay?
In football?
Yeah, he said in football. Blake Bell was the Belldozer.
Number 50. Oh, was it Rennell Lewis?
Oh, it was Rennell Lewis, right?
I'm thinking it was Rennell Lewis. I don't know. I may be wrong. I thought it was Rennell Lewis.
It may have been before that, but I know Rennell Lewis could bring the hammer. He could drop the hammer. Got it. Rennell.
Bingo.
Hey, out of Dewar, wasn't he?
Yeah, small town.
Small town. Good question. Hey, but Drake Stoops, man, last year, I think he does come back and coach after the NFL. He's going to get drafted. I think 5th round.
He's going to get drafted.
I think 5th round he's drafted.
The question is, if DG doesn't play this week, how many catches does he get? That's a big question.
Well, I don't think this week they're going to be running a lot of jet sweep for Jackson Arnold.
I'm not either. I'm not saying that, but dude, did you see the video come out after the game with Jackson Arnold? People were so happy for him. He's got that it factor, bro.
Who was the big cat?
Big cat?
This was probably in the 70s.
When I think of big cat, I think Leon Lett at Dallas. But
I think one of the Selman brothers, but what year was this? Yep, Philip Dewar, Oklahoma. What year, Mike, are you talking about? It's probably before the 70s.
Hey, whatever happened? I've always wondered this. What do you guys think? Drake Stoops, why didn't his brother pan
Selman, that's what I figured, yeah.
Why didn't his brother pan out?
Hey, Jay, Leroy's my middle name, isn't it?
Yeah, what you should know your middle name. Why are you asking me? Hey, why
Uncle
didn't
Charlie?
Isaac
I think they would go deep more with Jackson Arnold.
I agree.
Probably 60 yards deep, and he wouldn't underthrow him, I promise you.
Hey, Stoops to New England, that would be a great fit.
New England's kind of.
I think Belichick might be done.
I'd love to have him in Dallas.
I'd love to have him in Dallas. Remember the other guy that used to have in Dallas that went to the Bills?
Mark's on here now. Big Cat, Auburn player that went to UCF. What is the Selman brothers' hometown?
I wonder, but yeah, Isaac. I don't understand the Isaac deal. He's coaching, isn't he?
Isaac was coaching at Norman North. Eufaula. That's right. Lake Town. Hey, he's not anymore, but he was coaching at Norman North. I don't know where he is now.
No, I don't either.
Is he like me, Jay? I mean, is Isaac like you and I'm like Drake?
What do you mean by that?
I'm twins. I mean, I'm kind of the better athlete.
Somebody else on here was a twin. Did you see that?
Yeah, twin with a woman. Called maternal, Jay.
Okay. Cool. Hey. So you're leaning right now Gabriel not playing.
I would say the percentage of Gabriel playing is 30% or less.
I would probably go less than that. Yeah.
Wow. You think Gibson has finally earned his spot for more time? Absolutely.
Should be.
Wait, Mars Jam is a twin too?
Wow. Bunch of twins on here.
Golly. Mars Jam, are you identical?
Mike says 10%. Listen, it's not only the fact that he's injured, but it's the fact that it's a short week.
That's the big thing. I mean, I think BV is just doing some game.
Sorry to hear that, Mars.
Sorry to hear that, man. Sorry. Believe and be saved is identical twin. Hey, are you a mirror twin? Believe and be saved? We're identical mirror twins.
Hey, here's the deal on this, Jay. BV today said that he's not. They kept it the same as they have been. So, which he said they've been taking 50% of the snaps between him and Dylan for a while now. So it doesn't really change. Brian's twin is Brad Pitt. Wow. Impressive.
Yep. I'm sure.
Yeah, I bet so. Hey, so if Dylan Gabriel doesn't play, I think we're all leaning OU's going to win this game, get to 10 wins.
Wait, you can't say it like that, Jay.
What?
You just said if Dylan Gabriel doesn't play, I think we're all believe that they're going to win.
No, I'm not saying if he doesn't. I said we don't think he's playing, but I think either way, if Dylan or Jackson Arnold, we're picking OU, correct?
Now, Jay, look what Heather says here. Hey, I will say this about Gibson, and if you've heard him in the interview, and I think he might, and look, this is speculation, I think he probably runs his mouth some.
Jeremy, BB tonight on the coaches show seemed giddy about Gibson.
Okay, I didn't see the coaches show, but
yeah, he seemed giddy about him.
I mean, if you watch the tape, you play him. I'm really talking about his social media, Hunter. I mean, he's very active on social media, was last year before the bowl game.
Yeah.
The thing is, has he improved or he hasn't played much?
Hunter, put that stuff off. That doesn't mean anything. That's ridiculous. That is
Who doesn't?
probably, Hunter, this is probably the most dumb thing I've ever seen you write in your life.
What?
He never pays attention in warm-ups. What is that?
Who?
Gibson. What's he talking about?
He's a very carefree guy. I mean,
I don't, Hunter,
I know one thing. He's locked in when the ball's coming his way.
Hunter, I don't need to be at a game. I've seen warm-ups on TV, and I don't know
yes,
what
I have been.
About.
I have been. So BV says the offense will be the same with Arnold. I think it will be too, especially in a game that he's got a week and he goes in. So, I mean, they're going to be spraying the ball around Gaylord Stadium. It's going to be insane. Of course, I think they will either way. So,
Hunter, are you saying he's not paying attention and a ball hits him in the head or something? I mean, I'm confused on that. But
probably just not focused.
All I know is when he's in the game, he's open. So he's making separation.
One thing about Gibson is he's always open.
Yeah, he's always open.
He gets open as much as anyone else outside of Stoops. Because honestly, Farouk isn't just wide open all the time.
I don't think Farouk gets great separation, Jeremy.
I don't know that his route running is elite.
I don't see the separation on him as much as I do other guys. But maybe that's maybe it's the type of route he's running. I mean,
you got Stoops as a senior. You got Stogner. I think that there's some guys this week that you look at have just been stalwarts of Sooners.
Stogner's gone after this.
Right. I'm saying they've been there forever, and kudos to them. And, it's going to be a great, I hope, great senior day for them.
Jeremy, we talked about Billy Bowman earlier. Any chance, if you your gut feeling on Billy Bowman coming back next year?
I say no, Jay.
Oh, I say he's coming back. I know Jada leaves after this year. That's the one.
I will say this. With NIL, it's a lot easier to stay than it used to be.
Well, and not only that, you got
it's
SEC.
It's the one positive for the NIL. It's the only positive.
And you got the first year of the SEC. Makes a difference.
Yeah. Who's going to go highest in the draft, K, overall?
For OU? Is he asking for OU this year?
Probably Guyton.
Yeah, Guyton's going to be almost top 10. He'll be about 12.
Hey, I know K, someone asked about Tolly Walker.
Yeah, I think he's just been banged up, and Sawchuk's been playing great. So I think
there is the deal with attitude. We know BV cares, but then, of course, you got Farouk that had a lot of issues, and nothing really was happening.
How many OU players get drafted? It depends on how many come out, because if Danny and Billy don't come out, obviously that takes 2 off the board.
Isaiah Coe?
I think Isaiah Coe gets drafted. That's 1. Yep. Mark's right on that.
Stutzman's going to get drafted if he goes.
Who?
Stutzman.
But I'm saying if he doesn't go pro. You got Coe. Probably. Do you think – I think Stoops will get drafted. That's 2. Do you think Farouk goes pro?
If he does, he'll be drafted at some point. Not high at all.
Offensive line, you got Guyton. You got do you think Rouse?
Rouse would be drafted. Bothroyd, I could see Bothroyd. I don't know about Bothroyd, honestly. The portal's going to be opening soon, and I know we'll see some in there. We'll see people in the portal. OU will have people in the portal.
Yeah, Jada will be gone, but I think Stutz. Here's the thing: if I had to pick right now, I think Billy Bowman and Danny Stutzman stay another year. That's my gut feeling. Hey,
I know Kay was on here. Kay asked a question earlier. I think Kay's a big basketball. Woody Washington would be drafted. That's correct.
Woody would be drafted.
Woody Washington would absolutely be drafted
for sure.
Yeah, he did have in-house suspension and wasn't banged up. Now he is kind of banged up, and he's just really being used as a third down back for blocking purposes and slide out into screens. But hey, Kay had asked about basketball a couple days ago.
Big week.
The basketball teams ranking in the as far as what was that, Jay? I know Brody had shared that.
Hey, Lori, how are you?
It's very high. It's 26.
They got 10 votes. They got 10 votes to be ranked this week.
So they got a big week ahead. And guys, If they can sweep this week, they're going to be ranked. OU basketball. And for Porter Moser, what he's done, that's kudos, guys. That is very well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different poll, Hunter. I'm saying. It had to do with like high with the strength of schedule and other things.
Whoa.
Hey, did you hear what BB said about Schmidt?
They don't have another kicker.
They don't have another kicker. I understand why Schmidt's out there now.
So here's the deal. Gavin Marshall's injured, but there's some guy on Twitter that posts bombing him.
Andrew Purcell.
Get the guy out there, right?
Yeah. What is the story on him, Hunter?
I mean, what about Reed? Reed travels. He's got to be able to kick that, right? The guy that sells the polo shirts.
What Venables said was Schmidt is the best in practice. He might be, but he's got the yips.
Okay, but Jeremy, how many times?
Jenny Baranchek is an absolute rock star.
I agree, but Jeremy, how many times
guys,
are guys good in practice?
I'm going to make people mad, Jay. I'm going to make people mad.
Why?
Was Sherry Cole overrated?
I think Sherry Cole was a little bit. I think she was great early on. I think they held on to her too long, so it made you feel like she's overrated. I don't think she was overrated.
Uncle Charlie, I don't think we go get a kicker in the portal because they got a dude coming in, and this Andrew Purcell guy, what he's posting is unreal.
Yeah, maybe
he's
Mark's
posting on Twitter. He's making him from 60.
Go with the guy that's
looks like Granite Guy and Rob said Sherry Cole was overrated too, but no knock on her. I'm just saying. I mean, I think
Jeremy, I got a comparison for you.
She did turn it around though when she started.
She did early on. She was great. I just think they held on too long and she was getting paid a lot of money.
Oh, the Angel Reese thing is unreal.
That coach is unreal.
Mulkey's.
Dude.
Hey, guys, I got to say this, Jay. I got to say this, and I don't mean rude. I'm not rude, but I'm going to say it, guys, because I say it like it is. That's what we do on the Double Trouble. Hope you appreciate it. You ever seen the movie Kingpin?
Yeah.
You know Bill Murray's character?
Yeah.
That's Kim Mulkey. The flair and it's almost. Is that a bad comparison?
Yeah, that's a horrible comparison.
No, I bet some viewers agree with me if you've seen the movie.
I've seen the movie.
She wears these bedazzled, like it is.
Well, she's all about herself.
It's the Bill Murray and Kingpin, bro.
Jeremy, she's all about herself, though. That's what it is. And you're right about
Barilla DeVille.
Yeah. Oh, that's a perfect comparison. Hey, you're right about Sherry Cole after the Paris twins, but also Stacey Dales after Stacey Dales left.
She's a reporter, sports reporter. Hey, what's the deal with Angel Reese? I think she's done.
She's done at LSU, probably.
What happened?
I don't know. I don't know what happened, dude. I honestly don't know, and I don't care because I don't like LSU basketball. I was hoping Iowa would beat them last year. Caitlin Clark's the real deal. Hey, Jeremy, I was arguing with Hunter earlier. Tell me if this is a bad comparison. Okay.
Kay says GPA. What?
Tell me if this is a bad comparison. Well, if it's GPA, then she needs to be gone. She shouldn't be playing if she can't get her grades up. Landry Jones to Dylan Gabriel. Me and Hunter were talking about this. As far as like Landry Jones, it'd be like Landry Jones, and then the next person up is Baker Mayfield. Who's better? Baker Mayfield, right?
Are you going by their career at OU?
No, I'm saying like you got Dylan Gabriel or Jackson Arnold. It's kind of like if you were to compare Landry Jones to Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield's better.
It's really not. That's not even a good comparison because Landry Jones and Baker Mayfield's arm strength was both good. Dylan Gabriel's arm strength isn't good. So there is a direct.
It's good. It's not great.
Nothing like Arnold's. So, and Jay, I see what the viewers are doing. I see what you're doing, Jay.
What?
That number, it's been 54 minutes, not 45. You guys got us going 10
I'm rolling. I'm rolling, man. I'm going an hour tonight.
Oh, we're going an hour? Did you ask the third trivia question?
What trivia question?
I don't have a third. Let me ask a trivia. Let me ask a trivia question.
What?
Let me ask one since we're going 5 minutes.
Oh boy, here we go.
Guys, since it's holiday week, it's feast week, it's holiday week, and I love holiday movies. Oh, they're saying don't ask one, but I'm going to ask one. holiday movies, guys. This was actually our mom's favorite movie used to be, and she loved this movie. But I'm asking it. We did start late tonight, but we've still gone long. Put the first name of an OU kicker past plus the first name of an OU running back in the past, and you get the name of an actor in a famous holiday movie, and he was also in a famous sitcom.
You already screwed it up.
No, I didn't.
Say it again. You said first name and first name. It's not right.
Yes, that's what I want, Jay.
Right.
I just stumped your butt, Jay.
I'm lost. It's like reading a word problem in middle school.
You can use the same kicker that we got stumped on earlier, Tim Duncan.
Yeah, and you know, if you drive 40 miles per hour for 2 hours and then you land up at grandma's house and then you drive back, where do you land up?
Chevy Chase is not – okay, I'm going to repeat it, Dowpuss. Use the same kicker that Hunter said earlier, okay? I said – it's not the Notebook. My mom's – listen, the first name of a kicker from OU in the past, first name, okay? Plus the first name of a running back in OU past. Put those names together, you get the famous name of an actor that was in really 3 holiday movies. Thank you. It's Tim Allen, Dowpuss. It's not hard. This guy's legit.
Yeah, and Jeremy, Mark's right. How's Mark supposed to know who our mom's favorite movie is? I mean, what?
They don't know it.
That was a bad trivia question.
I got Munson.
I kind of feel like Jeremy. I kind of feel like you and Dowpost talked before the live.
Dowpost, put it in the chat. Was that hard?
You knew your Fruity Pebbles. How?
I don't. Maybe some kind of secret.
Is your real name Jeremy's son? Is Traber on here? What's going on?
Usual suspects are in the house, Kim Hurst, and we're also in the house a little bit longer than usual. And Jay, I was going to give them a hint of Home Improvement and go,
please don't.
No talk pre-pod, and that was easy.
Then how do you know that his favorite cereal is Fruity? Probably because I know why. They know your favorite cereal is Fruity Pebbles because you watch Hallmark movies. Something fruity.
My Cousin Vinny is a great movie. Hey, Jay, what was that? Tim Duncan and Tim Lasher, Copenhagen. I was going to go Tim Lasher, but there's also Tim Duncan. And you had Alan Patrick as the running back. Alan Patrick, Jay, number 23.
Yeah. I know.
Actually won us the Big 12 championship with Paul Thompson because Paul Thompson was just an average game manager.
But he won. So,
guys, it's getting late. We're going to get off here. Listen,
you got to go eat your Fruity Pebbles. I get it.
Got to go eat my Fruity Pebbles.
Hey, do you
that's
Fruit
why Clark
Loops
said
too?
Fruity Pebbles.
Do you eat Fruit Loops?
Speaking of Chevy Chase, Clark is a great name. What?
Do you eat Fruit Loops?
I like Fruit Loops. It rubs the roof of your mouth. You guys notice that?
I don't eat cereal. I don't drink milk at all.
Jay, what's the schedule? What's the schedule the rest of the week?
Well, I think we got tomorrow night, normal time.
Tomorrow night, 9:30, and then we're not going to be doing this on Thanksgiving. Probably not Wednesday night, but guys, make sure you're subscribed and you're watching the videos. We'll have plenty more coming. Tanya, thanks so much for the super sticker.
Appreciate it, Tanya. You're the best.
Good night to everyone. And go watch Santa Claus 1, 2, or 3 with Tim Allen. Great. I'm not going to get Raisin Bran. I'm going to go hit up the Fruity Pebbles. Till next time, Boomer.
Sooner.
Oh, wait, Bricks update.
Well,
before we get off here,
no update. Listen.
There is no update, exactly.
There's not going to be an update until he visits
We think he's visiting K-State. We think he's going to visit K-State.
I think he's visiting K-State. So we'll see after that.
No Hunter and chat on Tuesday/Thursday.
Yeah, I don't think we'll hear anything before that. So, hey, Jeremy, be ready, though, Thursday. Yesterday I was able to bench 350, so I'm ready.
Oh, please. Hey, Home Alone is the best. It may be the best Christmas movie.
It's not the best.
Boomer Ray Gun. Till next time.
Boomer.